We're differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. The power of sports cannot be undermined. Apart from being a competitive activity, it brings together diverse groups. Raquel K Foundation held an inclusive soccer tournament to raise awareness on disability. Take a look.
The Rachel K Foundation, in conjunction with several other entities, held an event on 27th of August to help raise awareness about cerebral palsy and disability.
Today is a very special day for us to try and raise awareness in the community around us on these two conditions, because a lot of people do not understand what they are.
In the neurodiverse spectrum, it's the type of disabilities that many people really don't talk about, because when we talk about neurodiverse disability, that is where we include cerebral palsy, autism, epilepsy, and also the psychosocial disabilities, like the disabilities which are invisible.
The inclusive soccer tournament, which was held at Ulinzi Sports Complex, Nairobi, was more of charity and less of competition.
We did probably playing football for us, and among other things, environmental issues. And like today we are here to support a cerebral palsy awareness, which is supported by Rachel K. It's an initiative of Rachel K Foundation. And last year we were the host. We are the host of this tournament. We've made it a point that we have to participate in all these tournaments. It's an invitation tournament where wazee are normally invited to play.
It's a good initiative in terms of networking na pia watu kujuana. The second thing, at least when we come here, however small contribution we make, at least it's a saidia mtoto somewhere. So that's why we decided to come here today to mount an initiative poa.
Rachel K Foundation is an international non-profit charity organization based in the United States of America and Kenya, whose aim is to provide healthcare services, economic support, and education to persons with cerebral palsy and epilepsy.
Cerebral palsy is a group of conditions which emanates from a problem that either happens during intrauterine life or during delivery or early in childhood. And a child will present with movement disorders and sometimes also with epilepsy. So you'll find that although the word is defined as one, it is a group of conditions of neurological conditions that are grouped in the medical field and called cerebral palsy.
According to research, nearly half of children with cerebral palsy will also be diagnosed with epilepsy.
You'll also find that children with palsy also, cerebral palsy, also develop seizures, which we call epilepsy. So you'll find that even in taking care of them, you need a team of experts who can handle the different aspects. But what is critical is to diagnose it. And what is interesting about cerebral palsy, there's not one test that we say will identify it. What we usually do is try to identify the developmental milestones of a child, and we see if there is a delay and there are abnormal movements or abnormal seizures, then we make a diagnosis. So usually it's a diagnosis that requires a lot of follow-up and early diagnosis so that the child is put to appropriate care that they deserve.
Treatment and therapy, therefore, can help alleviate the negative symptoms associated with epilepsy.
Therapy is very, very important. Na pia ni expensive, iko juu. Kuwapelekea kwenda kutafuta therapist, kwenda kuwatembelea kwa nyumba zao, inakuwa ghali zaidi. Juu pia hawa watoto kuwatoa nyumbani kuwapeleka hospitali ni changamoto kubwa sana. Unapata magari kama matatu hawaruhusu hawa watoto kubebwa because ana wheelchair, ana nini, vitu kama hizo, na wengine ni wakubwa, mama hawezi mbeba, unaona? So vitu kama hizo ndio tunasisitiza, kama therapy kama inaweza hata serikali inaweza ikwe kwa bei chini, na pia diapers sisiguzwe.
Our persons, they cannot live without their convalescents. And for instance, we are aware that in our country, the government provides ARVs for free. The government provides TB medication for free. So if government is able to provide all those commodities to those individuals, why can't the government and other non-governmental agencies come together and support our neurodiverse individuals? Because it's not something which is going to end today. These children are being born every day. These individuals are there in our lives, and they need to live a dignified life. So it's my call to the government to look upon the issue of anticonvulsants, and even for the diapers. I know wheelchairs are assisted devices, crutches, white canes. Why can't the diapers be put in the class for assisted devices? Because the diaper, it's an assisted device which assists this person to live a dignified life. Another issue, it's about the caregivers. If the caregivers are not empowered, how will these children or these persons live? Huyu ni mtu alikuwa na kazi yake, akaacha kazi yake kumtunza huyu mtoto. Afanyi kazi yoyote, ana kitu inampatia income. Focus yake yote, it's on this individual. But at the end of the day, they don't have anything for economic empowerment. Why can't the government empower caregivers? And even in terms of tax exemption, it's high time that the Kenyan government gives caregivers of persons with disabilities, especially the neurodiverse, tax exemption.
We can all devote to helping parents and children with cerebral palsy and other disabilities access the tools they need to live a happy life.
I think it's very, very important in this condition, cerebral palsy and even epilepsy, that the caregiver comes out. Most times they hide these children from us. Or when they come to hospital, they try to give you a description that may not be leading you correctly. So as a parent, what I will emphasize is that if you have a child whom you are not sure, see a medical doctor to try and help you work at it. And usually the mothers are so critical in this because without them, usually the management becomes very complicated. So my advice generally is that anytime a mother suspects a problem, they should come forward. And usually with proper referrals, she should be able to get appropriate diagnosis and care started on.
For me to be able to survive living with cerebral palsy, there is support in the family, which is the biggest thing, and with the support, I've been able to go to school, get a degree, get a master's, and even work.
If we implement Article 54 of our Kenyan Constitution, all persons with disabilities in this country will not be like saying, oh, we don't have this, our rights are compromised, we don't have this. So let the government make sure that whatever it's in the Article 54 of the Kenyan Constitution, it's implemented and adhered to. The other thing, it's Kenya, it's ratified to UNCRPD. UNCRPD, it's the United Nations Convention of Rights of Persons with Disabilities. So let's not be preaching water and we are drinking mud. Inclusion, it's not an excuse. Inclusion should be the food for everyone at the table.